Welcome to our video on climate fiction. In this video, we'll dive into the fascinating world of climate fiction, also called Cli-Fi, a genre that blends science fiction with stories about climate change and environmental issues. From gripping novels to eye-opening films and powerful music, climate fiction explores how our world might look in the face of environmental challenges. We'll take a closer look at how this genre tackles themes like rising sea levels, extreme weather, and the fight for a sustainable future. You'll discover some standout examples in literature, cinema, and music, and see why these creative works are so important for raising awareness and inspiring action. Join us as we explore how climate fiction helps us imagine and understand our planet's future. Let's get started. Climate fiction is a genre of literature that focuses on climate change and environmental issues. These stories often imagine the future impact of climate change, exploring how it might affect our world and the lives of people living in it. Climate fiction can be set in dystopian futures where environmental disasters have drastically changed the world, or it can depict more hopeful scenarios where people find solutions to climate problems. Key characteristics of climate fiction. 1. Climate change focus. The central theme is often climate change, whether it's the cause of a disaster or a backdrop to the story. For example, it might explore rising sea levels, extreme weather events, or the effects of global warming. 2. Imagined futures. Many climate fiction works take place in the future, showing what could happen if current environmental issues are not addressed. These futures can be dystopian, with societies struggling to survive, or they might present innovative solutions and hopeful outcomes. 3. Environmental themes. Besides climate change, climate fiction often tackles other environmental issues, such as pollution, deforestation, and the loss of biodiversity. 4. Social and political commentary. Climate fiction often reflects on current social and political issues related to the environment, such as the impact of climate change on different communities or the role of governments and corporations in addressing these challenges. Examples of climate fiction. Climate fiction is a growing genre in literature where authors imagine futures affected by climate change. These stories often show both the dangers and possibilities of environmental issues. One well-known example is Margaret Atwood's Oryx and Crake, published in 2003. In this book, Atwood describes a future where environmental problems and genetic experiments have caused serious damage. The story highlights how our actions today might lead to serious problems in the future. Another example is Kim Stanley Robinson's New York 2140, written in 2017. This book imagines a future where rising sea levels have flooded much of New York City. Robinson explores how people adapt to this new world and the challenges they face, showing the impact of climate change on society. There are also collections like The New Arctic, 2021, edited by Rebecca Giggs. This book features essays and stories about the Arctic's changing environment, combining personal experiences with scientific facts to give readers a clear view of the effects of climate change in the Arctic. The Overstory by Richard Powers. This book weaves together the stories of several characters whose lives are deeply connected to trees and forests. It addresses deforestation and environmental activism. The Water Knife by Paolo Bacigalupi. Set in a future America ravaged by drought and water scarcity, this novel explores the consequences of water shortages and the lengths to which people will go to secure this precious resource. Climate fiction is a way for authors to engage with important environmental issues and provoke thought about our relationship with the planet and the future we might face. Environmental themes in movies. Movies have also tackled environmental issues, especially through documentaries and fictional stories. For instance, An Inconvenient Truth, published in 2006, by Al Gore, is a documentary that explains the science of climate change and urges people to take action. Its sequel, An Inconvenient Sequel, Truth to Power, published in 2017, continues this message with updated information. In fiction, films like The Day After Tomorrow, 2004, and Snowpiercer, 2013, show dramatic effects of climate change. The Day After Tomorrow features a near-disaster scenario caused by sudden climate shifts. Snowpiercer presents a world where survivors live on a train after a failed climate experiment causes a new ice age. Both movies use exciting stories to underline the risks of ignoring climate issues. Music and environmental awareness. Music is another way artists bring attention to environmental problems. Billie Eilish's song All the Good Girls Go to Hell, 2019, talks about environmental damage through its dramatic lyrics and video. The band Radiohead has also used its music to highlight climate issues. Their album A Moon-Shaped Pool, 2016, includes songs like Burn the Witch, which criticize environmental neglect using powerful metaphors. Music events like Earth Day concerts often feature performances that promote environmental causes and raise money for conservation efforts. These concerts show how music can inspire people to care about the planet. Climate fiction is more than just a literary genre. It's also an important part of movies and music that addresses climate change. Books, movies, and music each contribute in their own way to raising awareness about environmental issues and encouraging action. By using engaging stories, visual imagery, and compelling music, these mediums help us understand and respond to the challenges our planet faces.